So ahambada kai hore ai pen do. So let's start. In this lecture ko koi si mix up to koi English ngang ade sum hai do man de. Say are starting the mai tu ande hoge lo shala ko English lo shala lo re. Say horse. Sigi chapter sida sigi koi class sida koi to do si will be focusing morely on the questions ko. Question ka focus out ni. Ka hai na ai theory taw hai. However, koi object to do si tasing revision ki pani. So in this, I do not want to take any risks of skipping any points. So what I will mostly doing is I should already in a notes same browsing do I put organ notes on in pointing to the best thing is you should read by yourself. Ado question hope to focus tawsi haba. Aham bada ngasi ko in point khara kadang putoke unit and measurement gi. Next time you should read and come ko unit and measurement da. Na yara ka di noi print out log to ba. So that ako nai na ba nungai na ba. Iya ngasi. Ay point khara sum putorake. Yung unit measurement important point khara ko using se. And some higher yaponi, but in higher, I do not want to take the risk of skipping any points. And this is skip the without the. So let's see. I say even important points. Kara. Ubanatro, maning kango kai. Ubangam browse, macham sa easy. We go. Okay now. Yung ahambada, unit measurement. Whenever ahamba points, whenever you change the units, konagi system of unit to home bakan, CGS tagi amadagi. CGS to SI to another system. When you change the system, dimensions and significant figure won't change. Kerava. Masida significant figure katang haramane. When you change the system from meter to centimeter, meter to centimeter to change tawre na mm dagi atoba unit am to change tawre. So meter dani khangde. When you change this units, kari change tawre haba significant figure won't change. Nagi measurement to significant figure change tawre. Clear? And also, dimension, there will be no change in the dimension. So whenever what I expect is you take the printout and whatever pointing to kang na ba mong da. Revision the nuaina ba simo dong hayang paro hay dun na. Kang na mong da dong isan jaw nangi oy ba ato ba extra half gear zuga zuga yan ba? Sime next ako na hagre. Union na ba kanda fundamental hay ba ma? Derive hay ba ma? Fundamental and derive. Clear? Fundamental haragadi magi source cannot be found out. Magi source ka de lakuna makata na koi thiba yadre. But there are some exceptions. For example, current. Sumbasin se khangok tare. Current is fundamental or non-fundamental. They are current is fundamental. And SAR sina kayo helea non-fundamental or derived. In fact, this is wrong never. SARS is more fundamental than current. However, by convention, we have taken current as a fundamental and SARS as non-fundamental. So fundamental derived there are 7 units, seven fundamental units later. Plus 2 supplementary unit. So 7 fundamental and 2 supplementaries. Why distinction? Dimension fundamental units you can write the dimensions, you can find the dimensions. However, supplementary its dimension cannot be written. So 2 units, there are 2 units. Say solid angle and plane angle. Solid and plane angle. Solid ka plane angle angle they have unit but no dimension. Clear ba? Other theory when a statement hangba units as a quantity can have units without dimension. Point Roman number A. Karava units with no dimension. Amana dimensions, they have the dimension but no unit. Which one is possible? Units with no dimension is possible. Example dekha solid angle and plane angle. Yarava solid angle se kaidawali radian sorry. Solid angle stay radian. Yarava adunagi plane angle na kaidawale radian. There is a reason why omega ibakanda angular frequency ibakanda angular frequency is radian per second in a but sometimes we even ignore this. So frequency have a omega kaido radian to the coin higher dimension yaw the mina mention the suma point ma koi khang ta next time okay are see the I was going to the dimension of a physical quantity I have to explain to you when you change this system CGS tagi SI da kaida on ba kanda my dimension hongni habra hong there will be no change in dimension yaraba dimensionally inconsistent over equation makai so physics the equation ma'am lai relation harone if they are dimensionally incorrect then the equation is wrong ne yagadra dimensionally incorrect oibasing equation to la ne adu dimensionally bu chumadi equation to chumme havdi yagadra yade clear ba if dimension of dimensionally incorrect or inconsistent or then the equation is wrong but magi reverse too so nagi dimension de chumme but it doesn't compulsorily mean that the equation is correct yaraba dimension chumme ju equation am lanbe aidana grishima ade chorapa hara paro ain sum irage sum pa ju noina san dum pa do ko se skip tawduna bai sum ibe wani amana dimension quantity khara the physical quantity ma'am laire which are constant nahi se constant over physical quantity khara constant physical quantity से some physical quantity खर दी constant physical quantity खर दी no unit like the way खरम ना unit लेब unit लेब helps unit लेब constant खर हारो Planck's constant यार बा Boltzmann constant लो मिला करो सुन लो Planck's constant Boltzmann constant मोई जिनके दो constant नहीं but they have units यानी क्या unitless Avogadro number यार बा Avogadro number से some जगह खर कोई per mole गदी इनाई but Avogadro number is considered as unitless clear vedra so constant the unitless so laire unit life so laire atopa nagi constant me am like se pi ga haro ne e ga haro they are also constants mo unit life lo ito bro laite ado ma khara khoi khang tare se gravitation constant g je ga doi it has unit but constant na tro good ado ma sing da khoi irising yare aina sida equation ama khak iramge points already yaurami silonu S a net have equation am laibo u plus a by 2 2n minus 1 है यार बा हम फजबो क्वेश्चन है सीधा हंगतार गदी equation am से distance travel in a net second for a constant acceleration see equation je dimensionally chumbra adu equation je chumbra yenga se is dimensionally correct is this equation dimensionally correct this equation is dimensionally incorrect ne yandarbo see a se kaino this s is distance na tro see kaino sino nagi meter per second velocity neba or the shishina distance shishina velocity dimensionally inconsistent or or the dimensionally inconsistent higher ne dimensionally incorrect but this equation is lambda sumbra when how you ha give dimension bu la le equation la le ha gidra then is this equation wrong correct ne si chume ji correct equation ne then what is the contradiction here see the general equation this is not a general equation this is a special equation never kay do bagi time ta simply ut yauri bane time yauri ba but the time is 1 second since the time is 1 second when you substitute one you khatang lay howe one yani ba dimensionally me chumna derive to giveni when you substitute the time value so it converts my convert to given understand the good so haying exam the hangakta dc equation haradi kay do but dimensionally incorrect yarava but numerically correct see question jam khangelo yarabo good so maina aini sida point khara pira me point ma'am yauri no harab jum da salaga paro make sure that not a single point is skip no is extra half lo ado aina no da hide di no printer gumba later then have to print out to space khara yam thamo ado side ingai khara thamo this should be the last nagi revision notes o hello haba isana self study to do sing ado aina no da hide di no na nahan da gi tam gro ma'am jing adu ma'am jing do adu gi hojik notes macha semba horo ko hay compare ko ina ba revision gi okay now yare adu direct hoy question da chala ge do de question da direct chala ji sida nagi point khara yauri sida important relation khara yauri important relation je ma iramage when you want to write the dimension ige hardi never try to by heart any dimension chimba pongai honadi it will be a lengthy process and my effective so oro kan ro hangdri to ene yam common over you should by heart some force ki pressure ki force ki dang khango yare se velocity ga do de height do yare khanga mani force kano ml t inverse na tro ml t inverse. If they ask energy hangta the force into displacement na tro adu sida square tapo yaraba. Pressure hangta the force ke do area ni endo na tro L inverse 1 tapo. So force ma koi khangro yandani good suma khara di khango atai di I will advise you, I will not recommend haitare no na khang ba du di extra ni, that is well and good, but I will not recommend you to by had any dimension. Then how to write dimension? Dimension you get it first you should know nagi simplest yani ke di simplest formula or relation no khango adugi relation mayam sing du nagi chapter wise khangani every chapter the relations in the khanga chatare yani aba you should try to remember the relations. Obviously nang exam how the khangani khalle. However, there are some relations which you will skip, which are not used often haitare exam da, but unit and dimension that yam to in hang quite often asked in the unit and dimension, but these relations are not used in numericals. So these relation you should know it. Kai relation no energy density. Energy density means energy per unit volume. Energy to the dimension iba it's very simple yani ba. So for capacitor the potential energy density stored is half epsilon e square sima de khang tar yarava. They will ask like this for half epsilon e square get dimension u. They will ask to write the dimension of half e square where symbols have their usual meaning. If you try to write the dimension of epsilon and then e aduga multiply yung tauraba, then it is a lengthy process and most of the time you will get the wrong answer. Matam dusang ni wrong zo ni. The best thing is once you see this, you should know that it is the equation of energy density for capacitor. Capacitor look hang about the energy density. Yani ba? Energy density has the energy the volume ni yellow hanadro. Energy देखो हो चुका था अगर ml square t inverse सुना volume is L cube. So this is the dimension. And अगर equation देखो पांगना से सीन है बा. So सीजमा कोई खंग और तोंगाना. अब in terms of inductor, the energy density in inductor is U is half B square divided by mu. Mu is permeability. Same way, if they ask to write the dimension of B square by mu, then you should remember this relation. Otherwise, it will be a lengthy process, and most of the case, you will get the wrong answer. Good. Smai Santa. Other dimensions are man talk. Next CCD already CCD I'm lying. This is stress into straining. Obviously, direct si hang up. If they ask like this, then stress has a force per unit error throw. Strain gidi dimension like that na. How do you see the hangu drozi are do iramini? Next time constant. Time gimatang da. Say simple harmonic motion da for spring block system. Nangi omega si karike mane root over k by m high gidro. And what about time period? 2 pi root over m by k. Yaraba. Ki dimension ng ina layer never. But if you know this equation directly, then you will know that a root over k by m. This is time period for a spring block system. Yani ba? Now the root over k by m 2 pi has no unit, no dimension. So root over m by k has a dimension of time. But this direct second year ba? See, I'm toying is quite often asked in exam. L by R. L is inductance, R is resistance. If you try to write the find the dimension of L and then separately for R, otherwise combine heck I can guarantee that it will take a long time. But I'm sanable. RC, I think root over LC. But if you know this, these are all time constant. LR circuit time constant. L by R gamani. RC circuit time constant is RC. Or the LCR circuit root over LC. Yarava. Once you know this, if they ask to find the dimension of L by R, RC, root over LC, then they are all time. So dimension is T, natraga ko unit na second. Yarava. Simoy kango.